Hey everyone, and welcome to another Speak Nerdy to Me with myself, Kaori Takee, and the lovely Ann Campea.
Hi, aka Nikki Bella.
Yes, and Bremo. All right, anyway, so today we are going to do a very special one where we talk about a movie review, in particular Inside Out. It is Pixar's latest movie, and Inside Out is a really, really fun movie. It did not open at number one like all the Pixar movies. However, it did really, really well. It did have a large Jurassic dinosaur stuff going on against them. So I totally get it. But overall, we are here. We're going to spoil the shit out of this movie. So be prepared. If you have not seen Inside Out, go see it and then come back and check out our spoilerific review. Mm-hmm. Or if you don't want to watch it and you just want to watch us talk about this, then that's all right.
We'll act it out for you guys.
We'll act it out.
The whole movie.
So basically, Inside Out is basically about how you deal with your emotions, and there's 5 different emotions in particular. There is sadness, there's joy, there's fear, there's anger, and then there's disgust. And all of those 5 emotions are what triggers your actions in your head and how you feel. So Inside Out, we're gonna go for it. And what do you think overall?
Overall, for me personally, Inside Out is my number 1 Pixar film of all time. It used to be WALL-E and Up were up there with it. And considering that it's from the creators of Up, it makes sense that this has now become my favorite Pixar film. I thought it was fun. I thought it was creative, very original, something so different than what Pixar's ever done. And there was just a lot of parts that, you definitely have to see the film over and over again to just catch on to some of those things. And then we can get into details as we talk about positives and negatives. But overall, I thought it was a great film. There was a lot of emotions. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely a film just like other Pixar films that can be seen by both, old and young. So
yeah, and I agree. I think it was a really good Pixar movie. There are some holes in my Pixar history. Like, I have never seen all 3 Toy Stories, and I have the VHSs, which is really weird. But I know I need to watch them.
We need to go buy a VHS player first.
I know. Like, can we get a VHS player? But that being said, Pixar is a really, really good one. I'm not sure if it is my Pixar. This movie of Pixar's is a really good one. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there. And I like the message that it's really giving, and I think it's really important. I actually interviewed one of the voice actors she plays the sad mom's brain.
Oh yeah.
And so she was talking to me about this movie, and I'm gonna kind of repeat what she said because I think it's a really good thing. Is the importance of this movie is to show that you have to go through all 5 emotions to feel human. Because if you block an emotion out, like in this movie they block sadness out, you don't go through the process of being human, and you blocking it out prevents you from growing or moving forward.
That's great. No, that totally makes sense.
It's exactly what happened, because the whole time you got Joy being like, fuck this blue thing right here, this boob thing. But yeah, overall, great message. It's therapeutic. I think it's definitely an easy movie to watch over and over again. A great sense of humor, great casting, great voices. And who would have expected sadness to save the day, right? And that's just great. It's so good. And all right, so let's talk about negatives first.
Sure.
Because we're all gung-ho, and then we'll go back to positives.
Ooh, okay.
And it's a twist, right?
Am I starting?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I know it's hard.
Let me think. There's gotta be.
I like how you're dabbling. Let me think.
Shit. Can you start?
I know. Okay. Negatives.
Trigger some stuff.
The negatives. God, that's really hard. I wish there was more engagement with the other emotions. It was very focused on, the extremes of joy and sadness. Mm-hmm. And I would have liked to see more anger, a little bit more disgust, and a little bit more fear. Because when they played with those emotions, it was very entertaining, especially anger. He always had like a fucking newspaper.
He was hilarious.
It was so funny.
And the fact that Louis Black was the voice just made it perfect.
Yeah. So, I mean, mean, I think that is my big negative, but that's an underlying positive too, I guess, because they were so enjoyable that you want to see more of them.
Yep.
But yeah, like those emotions, I would love to see. Maybe Inside Out will trigger more a part two with these emotions.
That's a good point. I mean, I think people would love to see them.
Yeah.
I honestly don't have any, and
I
will probably sit here for a few minutes and try to figure something out. But I'm just going to be honest with you guys, and I can't think of anything that I disliked about this movie.
There's a lot of humanity in there, you know. Yeah. So then fuck it, let's move on to our positives.
Yay!
All right. Go ahead, Anne.
Okay, so I have to tack along with what you said. I think the voice actors that were cast were perfect. Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith.
Which was a great sadness.
So really good. And I have the sadness toy that's actually sitting on my desk. And no joke, everybody in my office has come by and said, holy crap, this is so amazing. And then when they realize that she talks and she actually has Phyllis's voice in there, it's just so special. And just the look on her face too. Who else is there? Bill Hader, Lewis Black, Mindy Kaling, all of them were great. I thought they were perfect. And then you have, somebody like Richard Kind who does Bing Bong, which, Bing Bong, again, is perfect as well. Okay, so
did you cry?
Of course I cried. I feel like it's not a Pixar film if you don't at least get to that
flustered,
point.
Sure.
Obviously I don't have kids of my own, but I'm sure all the parents that were in the theater were, getting emotional, especially if you have a kid that's close to the age of Riley.
Oh yeah, and being a kid at one point, we all feel Riley's emotions too. I mean, I've never really had to move around, but I have dealt with change, and all of us have dealt with big change that it's really, really difficult for us to, go through. Even as adults, we are scared of change. We are scared to leave our comfort zone. So the story itself was really good, and everyone could fucking relate to it.
Oh my gosh, that's why, And so there's, the scene, I think I got choked up at the scene where she loses her goofiness. That kills me just because, that's a connection that we all have, at least being daughters, like we have that really strong connection with our fathers. And then just to kind of see that goes away, it chokes me up. And then obviously the part that killed me, and then I kind of was like a spiral after that, downward spiral for me of tears was...
I think I know. Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
When Bilbo sacrifices himself
Bing bong.
Joy could... Bing bong. Bilbo.
Baggins.
Look, I love Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, so... Just letting you know that I'm going to always try to redirect to that movie.
That's true. She does.
But no, when Bing Bong... sacrifices
Thank you.
Is that where?
Yes.
I knew it.
Thank you. That triggered the tears because the line that he says that just set the faucet, start streams of tears coming was when he said, take her to the moon for me. And I was like, no.
Because Anne lost her Bing Bong.
Okay, tidbit number 405 about myself is that I did have an imaginary friend.
Did you really? Oh, how cute.
His name was Frank.
I don't think I had imaginary friends. I probably did. What am I kidding?
I'm sure you just don't remember. But,
yeah,
that killed me. And then after that, obviously, just seeing Riley and at the end where she is just, everything is so pent up. The whole film, she's just trying to figure out what's going on with her, dealing with all her emotions and really not dealing with them. And you just get to this point where even you as the audience is like, oh gosh, at some point she's gonna explode. And then you have that scene at the end with her and her parents, and she just gets home from having tried to run away, and she just breaks down. And I swear all of us have been there. No matter what age you've been at, like Kaori said, if you don't deal with your emotions, you get to that breaking point, and she gets there and you kind of just see it happen. And that kills me too.
Yeah, definitely. And
definitely in my positives.
I think another positive is just the creativity that they utilize to make everything happen, from having islands of different kinds of attitudes that break down if that's lost, to having these balls of memory that are colored based on your emotion. And how sadness, as she's growing up, these balls become blue because they're kind of disappearing. I think it was just really smart. And then to have short-term memory, long-term memory, memories that are gone where Bilbo is in.
Yes, the abstract room kills me.
Yes, all of it.
I love that scene.
Was great.
Yeah,
all of it.
So
it's
smart.
So smart. But Anne, who do you relate to the most? Of the 5 emotions.
Oh, jeez. Bing bong. No, just kidding. He's not even emotion.
I mean, he is kind of. He's an attitude.
Honestly, I think joy, to be honest.
Yeah, that's so funny.
What about you?
Sadness.
Yeah.
Like, because you're like, yeah. You're a pessimist.
Because
because
that's why we're together.
Yeah, you're right. The moment that I knew I was like a lot like her was when she was being dragged with her foot. And then she turns around and like all the balls are blue. And I'm like, that's something I would totally do. Be like,
And I was getting so annoyed at the beginning because I'm like, why does she keep trying to touch the memories?
Like, she couldn't. That's so funny. And I'm the other way around. I was like, why won't Joy let her touch these balls?
Touch the balls. But
touch the balls. I understand.
Oh my gosh, it makes so much sense now.
Right? And I understand that no one likes their balls being turned blue. But it just has to happen to go through those emotions. So you can appreciate it when it is not blue, I guess.
So good. And okay, if I were to have one negative, and I don't even think this is a real stretch for me, and I'll just put it out there to see what you think about this, is that Riley really became kind of just the base for the film. Like, she wasn't really a character, to be honest with you. She was kind of just the foundation for us to have, the vehicle for us to have, a story that would carry the emotions through the film. Some people might complain that she really was a relevant character, but I think, you had to have somebody with the emotions in their
she's
head,
relevant,
right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had heard that once from somebody. I had read it in a review, which is like one of only 3 rotten reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but some people did put it out there that that's why they didn't like the film so much.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, no offense for you guys. You guys are entitled to your opinion, but you're right. Riley was the vehicle of emotions. When it was focused on her outside, it was more cool to see why she reacted, which is because of the emotions. And a side thing, I thought it was really cute when the mom and dad, you saw those emotions, and all the emotions had mustaches when it was the dad. It was so stupid.
They were perfect.
I loved it.
They were so perfect. And then let's get to the end when all the emotions were just in everybody else's heads, like all the outside characters.
Yeah.
Especially the animals killed me.
Yeah.
The cats and the dogs.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, and then the boy that saw Riley
like,
for the first time.
Girl, yeah.
I think I almost died.
It was so good. I want to see it again. It's a feel-good movie. It managed to make sadness positive.
That's a good point.
And it just all around just so creative.
Yeah.
It's just so smart.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. And wrapping this up, what would be your overall rating of this movie on a 5-star scale?
On a 5-star scale, I'd give it 5.
Dang,
It's perfect for me.
I would give it a 4.5.
It's pretty high still.
It's really high. I just feel like there's something missing, but I don't know what it is. But that being said, it's definitely a DVD or VHS that I would own.
VHS.
I know, I like seeing VHS.
What is up with you and VHS?
Look, I have all the Disney VHSs up until the point where we no longer can get VHSs.
Okay.
I had that rewind thing. You know how VHS struggles? You're like, you can buy a rewinder. Okay, anyway, I'm sure we all had that. So that being said, I would give it 4.5. And thank you guys for joining us. And guess what? You guys can continue to send us emails or check out our website. teamamasian.com. Very easy. Email teamamasian@gmail.com. Send us anything you want. I was thinking some things maybe you might not want to.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say.
Okay, and where can people follow you?
You guys can follow me and not send me your nudie photos at Ann Campea.
Well, Joy will take it much better than I would. I'd be like, okay.
Where can people follow you, Kaori?
You can follow me at KAORIOUS right here. And we are going to Comic-Con, so please check out and follow us all the way. And we would actually love to meet you somewhere someday. So that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to this review of Inside Out. And we'll catch you guys next week for some more talk.